I'd rather be a Canadian with silver than American with gold. This is a different story. 2002, 2010, 2014. Canada leaves as the champion of the hockey world at the Olympic Games. 2026, unfortunately, Canada is walking away with a silver. But one thing has not changed. The respect and the class and the pride for the Maple Leaf. What it means to be Canadian extends so far beyond the hockey rink. What it means to be Canadian cannot be put into words.
Trump's ambassador seems hot and bothered with Canadians keeping their elbows up. He says what Canadians do is none of his business, but that it's mean and nasty.
Canadians staying home, that's their business. I don't like it, but if that's what they want to do, it's fine. If you want to ban American alcohol, that's fine. Well, there are reasons why the president and some of his team refer to Canada as being mean and nasty to deal with, okay, because of some of those steps.
That was Pete Hoekstra speaking at a conference in Washington state. The Premier of British Columbia responded to his statement, David Eby saying, clearly Canadians' efforts are having an impact. He's encouraging Canadians to keep it up, keep buying Canadian, keep vacationing in Canada. He says the country will stand strong together to protect its jobs, economy, and sovereignty.
Hi there, I'm Frank O'Connor from Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, and I'm standing in front of the Sault Ste. Marie Museum. I want to tell you why I've got my elbows up for Canada. I've got my elbows up because I love this land, I love this country, I love its people. I love that we're unified coast to coast to coast. So I'm standing here with my elbows up as I support my land, as I support my country, as I support the people.
I love our country. Canada has given me everything. My family, my education, my values. And in return, I'm ready to give everything for Canada. You've told me that you're anxious in the face of an uncertain future. You've told me that you're looking for positive change, that you want a leader that bridges divides. Every experience in my life, whether by accident or design, has led me to this moment.
So I am a shamelessly proud Canadian. We have a king Prime Minister who's not afraid of giving incredible speeches across the world. He is not afraid to stand up to bullies. We also have our athletes representing us so well at the Olympics right now. And we live in one of the most beautiful countries in the world. And yes, we are inclusive, we are accepting of each other's differences, and we are trying to correct our mistakes, but we are not weak. We are strong, we are fun, we are kind, and we are Canadian. So for those of you that don't want to be Canadian, please make your way elsewhere. For the rest of us, let's keep this up, let's have fun, let's be kind, and let's keep on representing Canada well. Go Canada.
Canada is home to bountiful resources, breathtaking beauty, and a proud people who've come from every corner of the globe to forge a nation with a unique identity worth embracing and celebrating. We don't pretend to be perfect, but Canada is the best country on earth.
I'm one of those Canadians that's a little stressed, and of course our sovereignty means everything to me. Right now, I think it's a great time to focus on why we're so special, why we're so unique, and why people slap Canadian flags on their suitcases when they travel. We're just so damn lovable. I think we're good people. I think we're strong. And the reason that I said yes so quickly is because, number one, I love my country so damn much. I wear the Canadian flag on my heart. I really do. I have everywhere I've gone my whole life. And when people ask me who I am and to explain it, the first thing I say is I'm Canadian.
Are you proud to be Canadian?
Of course. How can I not be proud to be Canadian? The greatest country on the planet. The best country on the planet. I don't agree with the politics. I don't agree with politicians. I don't agree with the policies. But it is the greatest country ever. And I don't understand when people sit around and say, talk shit about Canada. If you don't like it, get the hell out. Move. But if you just live here, if you stay here, respect it. This is the country who lets you speak. This is why we can speak so freely. This is democracy. This is why it's important. We can speak about these things. We can speak about why we don't like the policies or why we don't like where the country is going to. That is very important. But it doesn't mean we can't love the place where we live. And it doesn't matter if I was born here or not. Canada gave me home. Canada gives us something that others don't. Fuck yeah, I'm proud, of course. 100% proud to be Canadian.
Canadians of all walks of life are the best people in the world.
Wow.
And
that's a big statement to make.
No, it's real. It's not just because you're here.
Yeah.
Many years in the business, and Canadians, they have my heart. They're the best people.
You've met people from all over the world.
All over the world.
So you know what everybody's like around the world.
Yes. Like, say something's going bad or the weather or anything, you guys are always like chill. Like, excuse me. You're like, you just have my heart.
Are you proud to be Canadian?
100%. My parents came to this country to give me a better future. That's what it means to be Canadian. Freedom is what I fight for. I love this country.
There is a quiet, steady pride that seems to have settled across Canada lately, a feeling that is catching more than a few observers by surprise. And if you look at the way the current political climate is being received, especially by those who have spent the last few years fixated on the louder, more aggressive brand of populism found south of the border, you see a genuine sense of relief. And it is the realization that a country can actually function well without turning its national discourse into a non-stop high-stakes collision of ideologies. And so, family, for a long time, the dominant narrative in North American politics has been defined by a need for confrontation, where every policy debate is treated like a battle for the soul of the nation and every disagreement is amplified into a culture war. But up in Canada, family, the reality looks quite different. The system is still churning along, managing its own complex challenges, and perhaps most importantly, it is doing so without the machinery of government becoming performative or overtly hostile. And this has left many of those who are bracing for a similar brand of explosive political theater in Canada feeling genuinely shocked. And so they are finding that a government can be progressive or pragmatic or just plain functional while still maintaining a baseline of professional decorum that doesn't require the constant dehumanization of political opponents. And it is striking, it's a really striking contrast to the atmosphere many are accustomed to, where the goal often seems to be the total exhaustion of the public through constant outrage. And so in the Canadian context, family, there is a deep-seated cultural preference for moderation and a structural reliance on compromise that acts as a natural dampener on extremism. And while this doesn't mean everything is perfect or that Canadians don't have their own intense frustrations with their leaders, the underlying institutional culture makes it incredibly difficult for the kind of us versus them rhetoric that thrives in the United States to take hold in the same way. And when people from outside look at this, they see a society that hasn't sacrificed its stability for the sake of political posturing. And so they see policies being debated and implemented in a way that feels almost boring by comparison, which is exactly the point. There is an immense and quiet pride among Canadians in this resilience. And it isn't really loud, it is not loud, but rather collective exhale, a sense that the democratic foundations are holding firm because the default setting for public life is still and its core one of mutual respect and social cohesion. And so this isn't to say there is no political tension. There is, but there is a clear rejection of the idea that governance must be an act of war for those, and seeing this approach actually work is powerful. It's a really powerful reality check. It challenges the assumption that the only way to get things done in the modern era is to burn the house down. And it suggests that a nation can hold on to its identity, pursue its goals, and protect its citizens without needing to resort to the toxic, hyper-confrontational tactics that have come to define so much of the global political landscape. And as more people catch on this, the shock turns into a form of admiration, a recognition that maybe, just maybe, there is a better way to do things, and that the quiet and glamorous work of consensus building is actually the strongest defense against the kind of chaos that so many fear, which is inevitable.